Welcome, friends. Today we have Mr. Raja Bhandari from the law offices of Raja Bhandari in Annandale, Virginia, to answer questions on wills and trusts. We have also received many questions from our viewers asking about wills and trusts, and we want to address those concerns and the process in making wills and trusts. Mr. Bhandari, we work very hard and we want to safeguard the transfer of our assets to our beneficiaries in a proper way. So I want to know first, what will happen to my estate if I don't have a will? Is it not automatically going to transfer to my spouse and kids?
Well, it depends upon. When it comes to spouse, we are talking about joint property. If you have a joint property, let's say that you have a house and house is on both of your name. And obviously, if one spouse is no more, the other spouse automatically receive that. That's what we call tenants by the entirety. Okay, but at the same time, if both of you are no more, then your beneficiaries, your kids, they don't get automatically. It is our notion, friends, very frankly, when we come back from home, that's what we think. That there's no need to prepare any document. My wife, my kids will get automatically everything. But that's not the case here. As I mentioned earlier so many times, same thing like you have a bank account. If you have a bank account and then you do not use that for a certain period of time, they send you notice that put that in dormant, right? And if you do not retrieve that, then state can take it away. Same thing, friends, please keep it in mind. If you do not claim the property, especially your beneficiary don't claim the property, state can take it away. So you have to make sure you have a proper document in place.
So let's start with the very basic question. What is a will and why do we need one?
Very well. This is a very common question, and will is a legal document. For example, if you want to have something from someone, then you obviously request either verbally or send it a letter that this is what my wishes are, I want this. So, will is a document where you put dispose of, that this is what exactly I want to dispose of my property, my assets, whether it's a personal property, whether it's a real estate property. I want this to go to my kids accordingly. And in the will, you can also appoint sometime so-called guardian, so that like administrator, that we call personal representative, that this particular person will be personal representative of my estate when I'm no more. So this will be the person who will take care of my kids. This will be the person who will take care of my assets, all financial and other responsibility. So that is basically in a nutshell we call will.
Right. So can I go to the internet and do this, or why do I need an attorney to?
That is a very interesting question also. These days, internet, let me ask you one thing. If you have headache, you can take Tylenol, right? But at the same time, if you have a serious headache, I don't think so Tylenol can help you, right? The will is such a thing, is going to open when you're no more. So nobody knows what your intentions were. Nobody knows what you wanted to have. So if you don't have a legal document, valid document, that means that you didn't make it one. Even you make it, because for the will, you have to have proper ingredients, like that you have to components. If you miss one, it can be voided.
So can you elaborate on components? You just mentioned components. What are the components?
Very well. In a will, in a simple will, we call that first of all, you should be a sound mind. Means that you know what you're doing, you are not under medication, and you exactly know that this is what my wish is going to be after my death. Second of all, there should be a proper administrator, as I mentioned that, the one you trust for. Then third, we are talking about there should be two witnesses who sign in presence of you. And then fourth will be that it should be properly notarized. And fifth will be that you want to dispose of the property the way you want to dispose of the property.
Thank you, Mr. Bhandari. Thank you, viewers, for joining us. Until next time, this is Anjali Mathur.
Thank you.